Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about how I make a schedule and I stick to it. I reached out on Facebook and asked if people wanted a video like this, and I got good responses, so that is why I decided to make this video for you today. So if you are new to my channel, thank you for joining. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell so you can be notified anytime I make a new video. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and comment below. Really appreciate that, and it supports my channel, so that would be great. So I did take some notes, so you might see me refer back to them because it's always good to make sure that you have down what you want to say, and I don't want to miss anything for you guys. A quick shout out before I begin the video. I just want to say thank you so much to all my supporters for subscribing to my channel. I just reached the 200 subscriber threshold, and I'm so excited. And if you stick around to the end of this video, I have a little announcement for you, so make sure you do that. All right, let's get started. I'm guessing you're watching this video because you are interested in how you can make your own schedule and stick to getting things done that you want to get done throughout the day. And if you're super busy and you have kids or a family and a job or side hustles and all those things going on, then you need a schedule to stick by. And so the step one, the first thing you want to think about is, what do I want done during a day? What's important to me? What are the chores that I need to get done? What are the business tasks I need to get done? What do I need to get done for my job, my kids, anything that you have going on in your life? So what I like to do is a brain dump. Before I start any new schedule, or if I'm even modifying my schedule, I like to write down all the things that I need to get done and then incorporate them into my schedule as needed. So like you can see here, this is my brain dump, and this is what I have on my list for my schedule. You want to think about the times of day that you want these things done by. So is getting the laundry and dishes done before 12 o'clock in the afternoon something that's important to you, or can those things wait till the nighttime? Or do you have a meeting that you have to get done at a certain time of the day? Maybe it's a reoccurring meeting that you have to do every week. Maybe you teach during the morning like I do. Maybe you have your child's dance class, or you have a tutoring session. Make videos on YouTube and you need to schedule those for certain times of the day. You need to know what times you want things done by, because that's going to help you incorporate them into your schedule of what block of time that will work for you. Step 3. This part is really important because I know that some people are nervous to make a schedule because they think that you have to go half hour by half hour or hour by hour, and that just doesn't usually work for people. Some people, I'm sure there's someone out there that's like, no, that's exactly how I work and that works for me. But for me, I've tried this. I tried doing hour by hour and saying, okay, this is what I'm going to do this is what I'm going to do that. Too many alerts, too many announcements. I didn't feel like I could stick to that. It just didn't work for me. So what I've done is I've looked into other people that do block scheduling, and that's how I tried it. And so some things are hour by hour and some things are blocked. So I took both concepts and I made it work for me and my family. So what I do is I chunk out my day like you can see here. Yes, so there might be an hour in the morning or a half hour in the morning to do my morning routine, and then maybe there's an hour in the afternoon for my daughter to get homework time done, but then there's like 2 hours straight where we have afternoon activities. It really just depends on my day and how it works for us, and I've allotted the amount of time that I think is feasible for us to get those things done in, and so that's what works for me. And so I don't feel like you have to stick by any certain schedule. You just have to decide what works for you and what time chunk that will work for you, and then you can make it meet the needs of your family. So when I'm inputting my schedule, I use Google Calendar, and what that does is it helps me block out those chunks of time, and then I'm able to say, okay, here's the things that I need to get done during this block of time. In a future video, I'm going to show you how I make my Google Calendar, and so I can show you exactly how you can make a description for each block of time, and it will help remind you of the things that you want to get done during those times, and then eventually it becomes a habit and you don't even have to think about it anymore. I also want to touch upon flexibility. I know that for my Monday through Friday, it has to be very structured, very scheduled, but when my weekends come, that might be when there's a birthday party, or we have a concert, or a dinner meeting, or we're out just in the neighborhood with the neighbors. I still stick by a schedule as much as possible, but if something pops up and that goes into technology time at night, or reading time, or even maybe the bedtime, I like to be flexible. And if we're enjoying life, or we're at a birthday party, or we're at a family event, I'm not going to, fret about, oh my gosh, we have to get home for 7 o'clock. It's bedtime routine. We have to get their bath. We have to. I am just personally, I like to be flexible, and I don't want to, leave a good time if it's going to, um, just meet that schedule need. So obviously, I have to take my children into account. Are they okay with what's going on right now? Do I think that they can manage with a flexible schedule right now? Will they be accommodating to that? If I can see that my kids are falling apart, I'm not going to stay at that family event because they're losing it and they need to go home and follow that routine. Kids thrive on routines and structures. They need to learn flexibility because in life, you can't always have everything by the book. Like sometimes things just happen. There's a traffic jam, you get in a car accident, you lock your keys in the car. It's okay to bend the rules once in a while and teach your children that yes, maybe it's 7 o'clock and typically when we're home, we sit down and start reading books or we go for a bath, but we're at this family event right now. We're going to stay an extra hour or so and it's okay. Like we're going to make it. It's going to be fine. Those things are life events that our children need to learn, and even adults. Sometimes we need to learn that it's okay to be flexible. How do I keep track? So I did touch upon this a little bit already, but the way I keep track is I use Google Calendar now, like completely. I have it on my phone, I have it on my computer, and I access it a million times a day. I like to see what's on my schedule. I like to see what's coming up next. I'm a visual person. I'm a visual learner. It's just, that's how I work. So I was so against going to be digital. And then I finally just made the leap and I went fully digital. It does help that my school uses Google Calendar. We didn't use it crazily before, but I've used it so much now. And now that we're on this, virtual platform with the way life is right now, I've like fully engrossed doing my schedule at home, fully Google Calendar. And I have to say, I love it. I love it so much. I never thought I'd go fully digital for something like that, but the technology piece on this part is so important and it just really keeps me on task. So like I said, I'm going to make a whole other video to show exactly how I make up my block schedules, how I make alarms, how I give it a description. You can change the colors. There are so many things that you can do. So make sure that you subscribe and hit that bell and you'll be alerted when I make that video for next week. And I'm super excited to share all those tips with you guys. Staying accountable. So this is something I went to school I got a master's degree in education, special education, and I took a lot of behavior classes. And so something that I learned there is, how to manage behavior. How do we incorporate behavior in our everyday lives? How do you develop a habit? How do you stick to a habit? I learned so many skills when I was in college, and I still use those skills today. And so one of the main things that I like to tell my students' parents and that I use in my own house all the time, every day, is timers. Timers are so imperative in our life. It keeps us on task. It keeps my children on task. And there's a major psychology component for children is that, I hear a lot of parents like on my Facebook group that I'm in with moms, as soon as I take my kid's iPad away, they scream and they flip out and they have a temper tantrum and they can't handle it. I'm telling you, try a timer. The microwave has a timer. Your iPad has a timer. Your smartwatch probably has a timer. Your phone. We have so many timers out there. We have to take advantage of them because the psychology piece is when that timer goes off, it's no longer mom, dad, grandma, whoever telling them to stop going on the iPad. The timer, that's it. It's just the time's up. That's just how it is. A lot of schools use timers. A lot of teachers I know use timers. It's just that magical thing that's like, oh, nope, the timer says it's up. Sorry, you got to put it away. And the magic that you will see happen when I can tell the difference when I don't use a timer with my kids and when I do. It's incredible. So we use it very often. A timer for yourself on your phone is incredible. It helps you stick by your schedule. It will remind you to get things done. It will give you that time frame. Even as an adult for chores, if you want to do like a quick clean around your house, set that timer for 15 minutes and just be like, hey, for the next 15 minutes, I'm just going to clean the house. Doesn't matter what room you're in or whatever you're doing, but just go around and pick up all the stuff that's around your house and you'll get those things done. And that can be incorporated within your schedule. Allot yourself that 15 minutes and then set that timer. I even set timers to remind myself to do things. So especially like if you have to take an antibiotic, it's so off your schedule and off your habit, right? So maybe you have an antibiotic for like 10 days. Set the timer on your phone for, 10 o'clock every day and say, hey, take my antibiotic. So it's things like that because people tend to forget, right? If you don't have a habit that you're doing every single day, you will forget to do these things. You need something to help remind you. And so you don't always have a person to do that. So technology is when we can use that piece and really thrive in our schedules. So I'm also going to go into that in more depth with the Google Calendar explanation video that I'm going to do, because you can put timers on there and reminders as well. And I have both. I have reminders. You can remind yourself as many times as you want. I mean, it actually might not be unlimited, but I know you can do a couple. I usually do a couple of reminders to keep myself, hey, in 10 minutes, this is about to happen. In 30 minutes, this is about to happen. So you have to start claiming up, right? Remind yourself. So if you have learned anything new or something that you're going to add to your life schedule or you're going to change about yours, please put it in the comments below. I'd love to hear what I have shared with you today that is maybe going to be helpful for you in the future or something that you want to try out. I'm super excited to get feedback. I just want to help people be able to manage their schedule like I do. I'm super busy. That is something that people say to me all the time, but this is how I get it done. I literally follow my schedule every day. And then if I need to be flexible, I can. So it's not like I'm, running super tight ship around here. We're able to go off and do things. I make chunks of time in order for us to be able to still thrive and not feel like, oh, you know what, it's 4 o'clock, we're done having fun outside. No more chalk. It doesn't have to be that way. But you can give yourself that time. Say, hey, I'm done with the computer. I'm done being on my phone. I am spending time with my children now for the next 2 hours, and we're going to go outside, and I'm not going to worry about anything else right now. We are going to play chalk, and we're going to go for a walk, and we're going to go bike riding. And it sometimes, I know for me, I need that breakdown to just be like, hey, stop being on your computer, stop being on your phone, turn off the radio or the TV or whatever else is going on. Just focus on being with each other. And honestly, this moment of time in our life has definitely helped with that, because you can make your schedule around yourself if you're working from home, because you don't have to get in that car and go to work. So you might as well start making that schedule now and then implement it as you go. And one more quick thing is that schedules can change, and don't be afraid of that. So yeah, my schedule is like this right now, and it's going to change when I go back to school in September, because my life is going to change and things are going to change, and it's okay to change and adapt your schedule as life events come on. You just have to maintain it and make sure you can move things around accordingly to fit anything new that's coming into your life. Okay, so now, as I promised, I have an announcement that I'm going to make, because I am so grateful that I have now 200 subscribers to this channel. My goal for the future is to have 250 subscribers. That is my next meeting point that I want to make on this YouTube channel. And so in order to help support you guys for supporting me, I'm going to do a $25 Amazon gift card giveaway. So just make sure that you're subscribed to my channel, you give this video a thumbs up, and you comment below with the word supporter, and you will be entered into that drawing. Thank you so much for lasting this long into my video. Stay tuned for our next video when I'm going to talk to you about how to make a Google Calendar and how to do those alerts and descriptions. Yeah, so thank you so much for supporting my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.